Well, the truth is, Trump's bombed the nuclear sites in Iran, and I don't know what's going to happen. So I thought I would change the subject completely and talk about something completely different. So I've got you this to show you today. That's right, it's a tub of ice cream that Haley next door gave me. Now, I wanted to work out the date because we can tell a few interesting things from it. There's no barcode on it. That doesn't really give too much information because barcodes actually came out around about 1981. I think they were quite early, but they didn't get onto everything for a long time, so you can't really gauge that very well. You've also got things that we can give information. There's logos, there's price labels, there's the price. So I'm going to go in depth now and I'm going to dive in and try to find out what date this ice cream tub came out of. It is one of those lovely ones that were so well made. Like if you look at it, it's like Tupperware. It's absolutely, you know, it's twice, 4 times as thick as an ice cream tub now. And so that, and there is a date on this actually, but I don't think that helps us too much. If you look here, I'll actually show you a better shot at now. It says 1982. Now that's the manufacture of the actual tub itself, not when the ice cream obviously went into it. Now Britain Soldiers used to do that. People come up and say, "Oh, I've got this Britain Soldiers made in 1971." But the base plate will have that on things that were made right until they were stopped being made in the 90s. But they still had the copyright stamp of 1971 on them. And this could be the same for this, I imagine. So let's dive in and find out what date this ice cream tub came out, or what date I think it came out. So looking at this logo here, what sort of date can we get it to? Well, let's have a look. So here we go. So let's start looking at logos. Where to start, eh? Where to start? Well, I found this website here that helps. The closest we've got to this logo here is this one here, and it's dated in 1985 to 1988. So that gives us a ballpark of where we're looking for from that logo. Now we're lucky with Tesco's because they do change their logos quite a lot. But if we can look at the label, there is a different logo, and there's only one time they used a tick in their logo, and that was from 1981 to 1984. So the plot thickens. So basically the label comes from 1981 to 1984, but the logo's from 1985 to 1988. But the actual box itself, the plastic box itself, is from 1982. But that could just be the copyright date. So if we look at it, let's imagine that this label with the tick on it is actually from old stock that was used up, and it took them a year, 2 years to use up all the old stock so they wouldn't throw it away. Now, Kieran wisely said 85. I'm still going to stick on 86 because I think they would have had a lot of stock of the labels and they haven't changed it over, so they would have used the old logo. But it's somewhere between 85 and 86, so it's early of that time. So that's where my date is going to be put on, and the main reason is because I've worked out the inflation rates from 1986, and I'm not changing them because it took me a while to work them out. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The date of this product is 1986. Now, if you look at the actual logo and the actual artwork, I don't think it looks that old. It's amazing. It's not dated as much as some of them do. It's more the box that dates it more than anything else. So there we go. 1986. Let's move on to some more information. Let's see how much it would cost. How much it cost then and how much it costs now. A little bit of maths to work this out, so bear with me. This has become very difficult because I have to use maths. So take my glasses off. It makes me look less intelligent. Basically, working it out, in the old money, £1.29 in 1986, if you use a rule of thumb of inflation value, there's different results from different actual websites, but it works out at around about £4 cost of the inflation. So that 1.29 is worth about £4 now. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Tesco's equivalent, closest equivalent for the ice cream. It's a soft one, but I don't think that's much difference. The biggest difference, obviously, this is for 2 litres. So a 2 litres of vanilla ice cream today, it costs £1.85. So that means it would be a grand total of £3.70 for 4 litres. So £1.29 in 1986, £3.70 in today's money. Now, does that mean that with inflation it was cheaper then, or it was cheaper now? So there we go, 1986, and more expensive by a bit than what we pay now. And if you think we've had terrible inflation, so just the last couple of years, so if you go back 2 years ago, this would have been a lot more expensive. But I'm going to give you a last little fact that I think will change your whole look on life. Maybe not. But this item here says vanilla flavoured ice cream. Now, in this country, it could be called ice cream and have no dairy product in it at all. So you're not buying ice cream, you're not doing nothing to do with cream that is iced. It can be just flavoured. Now, we don't know from this because, again, this predates where they have to list the actual contents. Although there is, I would say that's true, but there is a small chance there might have been some kind of covering over the ice cream, but I doubt it. I know that you didn't have to list ingredients. What a strange world! What a different world we lived in. But there is one country where you can't call it ice cream if it hasn't got dairy products in it, and they're very strict about it. And it might surprise you. Coming from the country where you've got chlorinated chicken and you've got cheese in actual spray cans, yes, that's right, America. In America, you can only call something ice cream if it's got dairy product in it. It's got to have a percentage of it, but it still has to have a heavy percent of dairy ice cream. In this country, there can be nil dairy product in it, and it can still be called ice cream. So there we go. I am off now, and it's time to say...
Congo and Rwanda in their war, which is known for bloodshed and death more than most other wars and has gone on for decades. Representatives from Rwanda and the Congo will be in Washington on Monday to sign documents. Great day for Africa, great day for the world. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for this. I won't get a Peace Prize for stopping the war